Real TOEFL 2.
B. Listen to a lecture in a sociology class.
Velib. Good afternoon, class. Today we're going to take a look at Paris's new rental bicycle program, Velib. Has anyone heard of Velib? Well, the program began in July 2007 and was inspired by a similar public bicycle program that was set up in the city of Lyon 2 years earlier. Velib's primary purpose is to reduce traffic congestion and air pollution. With approximately one station every 300 meters within the city center, Velib has become the largest public bicycle system in the entire world. Yet, despite its apparent success, Velib has not escaped controversy. So let's now talk about the pros and cons of the Velib program. On the positive side, in a short time, Velib has gone a long ways towards reducing traffic and minimizing Parisians' carbon footprint. The number of bikes in Paris has increased by a staggering 30%, averaging 187,000 miles per day, and consequently cutting carbon dioxide emissions by 26,000 tons. Velib has achieved its principal objective because it is very logical, accessible, and easy to use. About 20,000 bicycles are available to the public at 1,450 automated rental stations. Users take out a subscription which provides unlimited bicycle trips for up to 30 minutes. Subscriptions are €1 per day, €5 per week, or €29 per year. Trips over 30 minutes require an additional €1 to €4 payment.
Sir, so that means the longer you ride, the more expensive it gets?
Yes, exactly. For example, a tourist may have to fork out a lot more money for an all-day ride. And there are other problems. Over 3,000 bicycles were stolen in the first year alone. Users frequently arrive at stations without any open spots to deposit their rented bikes and subsequently have to wait for an open slot or move on to another station. Often terminals with higher demand find themselves short on bicycles. As a result, bicycle transporting vehicles are required, at significant extra management cost, to redistribute bikes to the more popular stations. Lastly, Velib stations have displaced car parking lots, so drivers now regularly complain about the lack of parking. Nevertheless, Rome was not built in a day, and Velib generally represents a step forward for environmentally sustainable urban development. It's inevitable that any new program will go through a certain number of growing pains. What's important is that we learn from these mistakes so others can avoid them and make improvements on future systems.
Now get ready to answer the questions.
1. What is the lecture mainly about? 2. What is not mentioned about Velib? 3. Which of the following is the correct fee for the trip taken? 4. What is one of the negative side effects of the Velib system?
Listen again to a part of the lecture, then answer the question.
Nevertheless, Rome was not built in a day, and Velib generally represents a step forward for environmentally sustainable urban development. It's inevitable that any new program will go through a certain number of growing pains. 5. What does the professor mean when he says this? Nevertheless, Rome was not built in a day, and Velib generally represents a step forward for environmentally sustainable urban development.